the front office. We're here to do a second part because I know everybody heard what Anthony Davis had to say. When a player wins a championship, you have that adrenaline pumping through you. You have that good feeling of, I just won a championship. I'm winning the last game of my season, of my professional season. And a guy like Anthony Davis, he's got a gold medal. He's got a World Cup gold. He's got an NCAA championship, and now he has an NBA championship. He that is a pretty accomplished 27-year-old, and that adrenaline pumping through you, that feel good of I just won this with my brother, would have typically made you say something like, "I'm coming back next year. I love this team. I love Bron. We're gonna defend this championship. I'm going to fight with these guys next year." And later on, the Laker fans would find out it was like a one-year deal, or he had options galore and a 3-year deal or whatever. But he didn't even do that. He didn't even say like, "Oh, the Lakers feel like home if they want me." He could have did the Weasel one. If they want me back, then I'll come back. That's the negotiating one. Like if they want me back and give me all of my demands and maybe add some players around me or something like that. But he didn't even do that. He said, I really don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. And that's not what someone says when they're re-signing. That's what someone says, well, maybe if I could figure out how to get this trade taken care of and get to where I really want to go, I might not be here. But if the new CBA and everything else locks me into having to stay with the Lakers, well, maybe I'll stay. That's how I translate it. How did you see what he said?
I was surprised by it because I think you laid out like every single thing that needed to be said, which is basically like usually people overcommit themselves in times of glory rather than undercommit.
He could have lied like a college football coach. I'm a Rutgers man, and I'm never going. And next thing you know, you're at University of Miami. These guys lie all the time. He didn't even want to add insult to injury. He told the truth. He's like, well, we'll see. How do you we'll see after winning the championship? I thought if he won the championship, no matter how much I trust and respect one of the people I've heard it from, and the two other people that I've heard it from, both of them are friends, so I kind of heard it from one of them, but still, they're both in the same profession. They're both sports agents. And it's not even like a secret amongst NBA players that Kyrie and AD want to play with each other. That sounds terrible. Kyrie and AD want to go for a championship together, and that they're very close. And that AD, the only place he would go, the only reason why he would go to Boston is if Kyrie was going to be there, but by that time, he had already known that Kyrie wasn't going to be at Boston, that Kyrie was leaving. He just didn't know how he would get where, he wanted to go. And so here comes this opportunity that, hey, LeBron wants that one last championship. The Lakers want that one last championship. If you come, help us get that last championship, we'll help you get where you want to go. Now, no one ever told me that that's what was said. That part I've never been told. That's me kind of figuring out how this whole thing goes. What I know or what I've been told, which obviously nobody knows everything and it's a rumor. So take it like that. But the people that told me have been right most of the time. And they should be right, and they're positioned to be right. And the statement is simple. Kyrie and AD are actually as close, if not closer, than Kyrie and Kevin Durant. That Kyrie and AD have been boys since AAU times, and that Kyrie only really met Kevin Durant, for real, in the NBA. And that Kyrie and AD, always thinking it was impossible to play together, have always wanted to play together, going back to college, even though one went to Kentucky and the other one went to Duke. They have tremendous respect for each other's game. And most importantly, they have tremendous respect for KD's game. And so the thinking is, I come there, I win championships for a long time.
So I have a question for you. Right, this is the only look, the people who told you at the KD Brooklyn thing were beyond spot on, right? So there has to be some amount of credence given to everything you're saying. The only thing that really jumps out at me is, how is it possible that AD has had these thinkings about Brooklyn and LeBron, and given that him and LeBron are both what's the company now that what's their management again that I'm now for Clutch. Given that they're both Clutch clients, how is it possible LeBron doesn't know and or hasn't already put the kibosh on?
So if that was the case, AD doesn't say what he says last night. Think about it. Basketball superstardom is a very small club. These guys talk to each other, they vacation with each other, they know each other pretty well. Right? If the thing that AD should want to tell the Laker fans is, I'm coming back. If he wants to ingratiate them and be a legend and be a star and overtake Kobe, and even if that stuff doesn't matter to him, I'm sure he just wants to be liked. So if you just want to be liked, you're not going to say, well, I got to just go look at it. Can we agree on that? If your agency is telling you what you need to say, and your agency is owned by your teammate, which is the truth, as much as he says that he's represented by his friend Rich Paul, no, it's really LeBron's agency as well. And LeBron uses it to wield power, as he should. And I have great respect for LeBron and understanding that he is the power broker in the NBA. However, if LeBron is his agent, don't you think LeBron would have, or Rich Paul would have told his agent to look into that camera and get all of the LA commercials, to get all of the LA endorsements and milk that purple and gold?
The only counter to that would be well, if you seem like you may not want to go, you're using some type of leverage. But I also don't think that even that argument, as I'm saying, it makes that much sense, because it's not like the Lakers and Davis have any bad blood. I'm sure the Lakers would throw as much money in every single thing as humanly possible to be able to get him to commit forever, because the team was a train wreck before him and LeBron got there. So,
that's right.
So I do agree that the leverage play that I even just brought up doesn't really make that much sense. Look, I mean, his comments were weird. The only other thing I can say, and this is not a knock on AD's intelligence, because I actually think he's smart, and I've heard him on the Shop and stuff like that. I think he's just I think AD's he's younger than me, and he's just, I think he's more immature than a lot of the other superstars we see for one reason or another. And I think the way he handled the whole no lags, it kind of shows it also. And so because of that, I kind of just wonder, maybe he has no idea how to play this whole situation anyway. But look, to to everything that you've been saying, and you've been on this now for what, like 10, 12 months, whatever it is, like basically since the Nets got KD, like Kyrie, like it definitely doesn't make sense for him to sign with the Lakers for like 5 years, because like in 5 years LeBron's gonna be what, like 41 or 42, like that's clearly like not happening. He's gonna want his options, and I also wonder if he's. And the other thing is like, well, he could do a 1-and-1 type thing, but does he have the luxury that Kevin Durant does, that someone's going to give him a max even though he can't play? Like for the first year, I don't know. So like, there's a little bit of this pendulum swing of like, well, he doesn't want to lock himself up probably in LA, and to be honest, like. It's not like the Lakers have really like shown that they can build like a contender. Everyone else on the Lakers sucked. They just had two of the four best players in basketball.
The Lakers depended on, and this. I'm watching this game and I'm just tweeting the whole time. We are going to beat the brakes off these teams, because if the Lakers depended on Rondo to win a championship, like Rondo was hugely important yesterday. Rondo's old. Rondo's 33 years old.
I did a bunch of different NBA pools and stuff like that. Not in one of them did I pick the Lakers, because I could not imagine a championship team where your third best player is either Danny Green or Rondo or like Caruso or Kuzma. I just didn't think that would happen.
Danny Green is one of my rich, satisfied NBA players. Like examples of that. Like I'm way rich. People think I'm cool now. You know, I'm from Suffolk County, New York, but it's a vibe. Yo, so, look. By no means am I going to sit here and say it's a done deal, because a lot of things have happened which hurt the possibility of the deal. Mainly being the CBA is going to be very small. So that the hit that he's going to take in money is going to be a lot more than, he probably calculated before, right? When we find out how much money they've lost from not having crowds, from not playing 82 games, for not having a full playoffs, there's sponsors who sponsor the arena just for the playoffs. All that revenue is gone for teams. So the CBA is going to look tight. And that could also make it impossible for him to leave. But what I'm translating last night's statement to say is, if I could get out of here, I may not be here. But I don't know if I could get out of here, so we'll see.
I went on Twitter and I saw his comments, and then I saw like you get to back and forth with people, and it is weird. Like it was not a comment that I saw coming. What you call it? I just didn't. I was honestly like shocked. Like I know that he's going to be a free agent. A lot of people say like he didn't even say like, oh, I think we'll work something out. Like he was just like, this is like yeah, like we'll see, like we'll see, whatever. But he didn't even sound like so joyful about Los Angeles or anything like that, which is what I thought was so weird.
He was like, he basically gave them a goodbye speech. He was like, thank you. I like this city. I appreciate the people here are beautiful. Deuces. I think if he could get out of there, he would. I mean, maybe it's Chicago, but I think everyone would agree you don't leave the Lakers for what there is in Chicago right now to become, Levine's teammate. I don't believe that's what's on his mind. And I don't believe he wants. I think the calculation, and this is not a bad calculation, and tell me if this sounds crazy. Yeah, that's your job here, Sam, is to tell me when I sound crazy.
No, I mean,
no. But hold on. Let me propose it to you, and you can tell me if I sound.